Good morning. You're now tuned into the morning show with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day so far as we're getting a little closer to the midday here. Um, Markets are kind of quiet though. A little bit of increasing volatility. Bitcoin's up over 2,000 right now at 68,350. So kind of moving in between that 68, 66, somewhere around there. You got about a 2,000 point trading range right now going on there. That's to be expected. Crude oil still hanging on to that $85 a barrel. Gold still trading above 2,300, and silver still trading above 27. So holding on to gains pretty well in the Bitcoin, in the silver, and in the gold. Stock indices, on the other hand, are showing actual weakness. Now, most people will look and say, oh, the Dow's up 161 points. Not really. It's still down for the week. So is the S&P. So is the NASDAQ. So is the Russell. So it's bounced off of the support low for the week, but it's still weak, pun intended. So that's something to think about as we're going into Friday. Tomorrow's Take Back Friday. We'll see what's in store with those job numbers. In today's news, we have an AI tool might spoil some politicians, incredible returns in the stock market, and more layoffs are hitting Amazon. This time, it's in cloud division. And New York City's restaurant scene is louder and more extravagant than ever. But first, working for the long weekend. 4-day work week advocates rejoice one of the most powerful people on Wall Street has joined your ranks. Billionaire hedge fund manager and New York Mets owner Steve Cohen said a 4-day work week is inevitable. Cohen's thesis, as laid out during a CNBC interview on Wednesday, is partly fueled by the rise in artificial intelligence and the fact that no one seems to do much work on Friday anyway. Well, because Fridays are Take Back Friday, preparation for the weekend. Now, Cohen put his money where his mouth is regarding the 4-day work week. His recent investment in the PGA Tour fits into the theme of people having more free time on their hands due to a shorter week and also due to being laid off. When you're laid off, you don't have to go to work because there's no work to go to. So his backing comes as momentum is continuing to build for shortening the work week, particularly among younger workers pushing for broader workplace changes. Now, Cohen's endorsement comes with a catch. As the newest 4-day work week fan club member, Cohen must be interested in implementing it at his hedge fund. Point 72. If they're taking off Friday and they have a portfolio, that's a problem. Okay, if the markets are open, Cohen said when asked about his firm's plans. Yeah, of course, when the market's open, you got to be around so that you can do what you need to do if you need to do it. And therein lies the rub. Companies and executives are supportive of skipping Fridays to a point. Plenty of smaller companies have run pilot programs. A massive study conducted in 2022 across multiple countries found the 32-hour work increased revenue and improved employee health and well-being. Basis Technologies, an advertising software company, implemented a 4 to 5-day work week this year. The full-scale adoption of a shortened work week by a large corporation remains a pipe dream. A rundown of companies offering 4-day work weeks by tech company has some big names, but most are either small pilots or come with serious caveats. No one wants to be the first to do something so controversial only to have it backfire or be used against them. But the result is people agreeing for the work week could use a refresher, but no one is willing to do the work to get there. Workers do have one piece of leverage. Return to office mandates have strained the employee-employer relationship. Maybe the 4-day work week represents the olive branch companies can extend to get people back to their desks. Or they'll go the other route. They'll just fire everyone and replace them with automation. A graduate school project might eventually be the best way to catch politicians insider trading. The AI tool, which is still in its private beta, can contextualize lawmakers' stock transactions with things like committee assignments and sponsored legislation to suss out suspicious activity. A 2021 investigation found lawmakers regularly violated a conflict of interest law with little consequences. The Federal Reserve isn't playing politics. The Fed Chair Jerome Powell made clear any decision around interest rate cuts won't have anything to do with November's presidential election. Speaking of cuts, Powell said the Fed needs more data to feel confident about making them. Again, don't hold your breath. No rate cuts are a coming as long as the stock market stays bullish. Tesla stock is on thin ice, JP Morgan says. The bank reiterated its underweight rating of the EV maker and slashed its price target to just $115 a share, implying a 32% drop from current levels. The downgrade comes after Tesla missed Wall Street's first quarter delivery targets. Amazon is laying off hundreds of employees in its cloud division. According to internal emails, the job cuts will impact Amazon Web Services sales and marketing workers and the team that's building tech for its retail stores. The layoffs follow Amazon elimination of about 160 advertising roles last week. Google just scored a big win in the AI talent war. The company hired OpenAI's former head of developer relations, Logan Kilpatrick, for its AI studio, one person called Kilpatrick Google's new secret weapon. Apple's eyes up its next big thing. The tech giant is in the early stages of looking into building smart home robots. Sources familiar with the matter told Bloomberg as it tries to move on from multi-billion-dollar electric car project it decided to scrap earlier this year. See, they're already making it normalized for you. Now you got smart home robots that are on their way. Wall Street's favorite restaurant are gaudier than ever. Forget the recession and forget minimalism. New York City's dining scene is back in full force, and its dining elite are louder, prouder, and more extravagant than ever. Bob Iger has one really important thing left to do after winning the long, expensive proxy battle against Nielsen Peltz. Iger still must find someone to succeed him. After a few false starts, he's promised to get it right this time, insisting he'll have someone lined up for when he leaves in 2026. Goldman Sachs boss David Solomon is under fire again. Proxy advisor Institutional Shareholder Services is pushing for the bank to separate its chairman and CEO roles. Reuters reported Goldman's annual shareholder meeting is set to take place later this month. And in other news, SoftBank's view files for bankruptcy 3 years after its SPAC. And exclusive, a cerebral investor just sued the once hot mental health startup. The 660-ton pendulum protects Taiwan's tallest skyscraper from earthquakes. Shopify has poached at least 24 employees from Salesforce as it pushes into enterprise e-commerce. Elon Musk says he's raising Tesla engineer salaries because OpenAI has been aggressively poaching them with massive paydays. Trader Joe's is accused of ripping off smaller food brands. It looks like it could be the end of the AI hype cycle. Meet the disconnected youth, a growing group of Gen Zers who aren't working or going to school. And they say America's not dying. Think again. The allure of fasting diets for successful people and where it falls short. And Spotify is reportedly going to get more expensive later this year. And here's what's happening today. UK billionaire Joe Lewis will be sentenced for insider trading. Very interesting here. It's sad, though, that America has reached troubling times. And I wonder, is this AI-powered insider trading app going to really work? Or will it not see the light of day because someone will come and buy it hit their owners upside the head with a large briefcase stacked full of money. And then once they buy it, they destroy it and erase it from the face of the earth so it never sees the light of day. I think the latter is what's going to happen. Because a group of California based graduate students have developed an AI powered tool to catch congressional insider trading as soon as possible. Though in its infancy, the program could be a revolutionary way for journalists, researchers, and the general public to hold public officials accountable. For their fall 2023 master's capstone project at UC Berkeley, we have Matt Dodd, A.T.T.A.C, and Jocelyn Tay and Connor Yin. They came up with the idea for Polywatch to see if insider trading is as prevalent as an issue in Congress as many perceive it to be. They say they dug into it and were really disappointed when they found that in the last decade, there may be 12 successful investigations that have led to nothing. Like I said, I don't think it's ever going to see the light of day. But hey, what do I know? All right, folks, that's all the news we got for today. It's been a very quiet session so far. Not a lot happening, but just be prepared for Take Back Friday. We may not actually have a Take Back Friday. All right, we may get some kind of capitulation Friday, or some kind of monster rally, or some type of monster collapse. All right, so just be ready. All right, please be ready. Tonight's end of day watch list video is going to be very important, and I do believe that depending on how the markets close today, we could very well be seeing the markets setting themselves up for some really, really big moves. All right, folks, that's all I got for now. So I will holler at you in the next one. Smash that like button, share if you think it's worth doing. You never know who it may help or encourage or inform. And on that note, I'm out of here. System works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And on that note, I'm out. And yeah, I see you, John. I will make a mental note to cover the miners in this evening's video. All right, so we'll take a look at that. I'll look at the mining stocks. We'll see GDX, GDXJ, SIL, SILJ. We'll see what's going on. See if we can peep any kind of movement going on there. So I'll let you know what's up. All right, folks, I'm out. Peace.